back to the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup for 2014, going into the third and final chukka of our second qualifying game here today. And it's all Chile at the moment. Australia in all sorts of trouble. Have not been able to get that ball through the goal. And now you can see umpire Chris Bethel sitting with the Australians while John Rukibalu yelled out a few things to his teammates and has a bit of a team talk now. I think there's there has been a gear malfunction, but that's been sorted out there for Ignacio Vial. He's our number 2 for Chile, the 4-goaler. So both these teams are seated second in this side of the draw. And at the moment, it's all Chile. So 3-0. As the Australians now leave the field, we're just trying to see what's going on, whether they're talking to the groundsman maybe, just to have a quick discussion about the state of the snow, whether it needs something more or whether there's a... Maybe that's what the Chilean was talking about when he was down, but it looks like Ignacio Vial is now getting back on his pony. Quick's change, and we're going to have a throw-in from the centre. With all the work to do. 6 minutes left on the clock. 6 minutes for the Australians to see if they can turn this game around. To do that, they're going to have to try and do something with Matthias Vial, the 6-goaler, number 3 for Chile with the grey helmet. He's been doing all the damage. Australians much better in that last chukka, but they've still got a 3-goal deficit to make up, and now the ball's come out, and it's going to be Ignacio Vial now near side, but it hits the pony's leg. Who's there? It's going to be Bailey for Australia. Doesn't quite get it now. It's going to be Juan Jamarillo who puts the goal through. It's now 4-0 in favour of the Chileans. And that's not the start that the Australians needed. So, near side required by Ed Gould. Ed Gould gets it down. Doesn't quite get enough, but now look at this. The lucky ball for Ed Gould. Gets the ball, but it hits the pony's chin. Now the ball's been backed across the field to the boards. Who's going to be first back there? It's the number 3 for Australia, John Rukibalu. Now backs it down the boards, looking for Kelvin Johnson. Kelvin Johnson didn't think that ball would go as far as it did, and hadn't turned around, and it's now gone out over the back line. So, play is called. Matthias Vial. Bring it in. So what he'd be doing here is just trying to get a little bit of field position before he unloads the big ball. But instead he's left it behind now for his number 2, Ignacio Vial. Still trying to work out whether they are related or not. And great back shot there by Ed Gould, but he can't quite turn up onto that quickly enough. And the first one there was Matthias Vial for Chile. So Chile now, big air swing there by Bailey. Bailey for Australia, can't quite get to the line because he's been held out of it by Juan Jamarillo. Now Kelvin Johnson for Australia, looking for runners. Thought he might play it back, but the Chileans didn't read it, and he's decided to keep it. So he's just over the halfway line now. Australia in a very good attacking position. Ed Gould comes in around behind Kelvin Johnson for Australia. It's now Ed Gould with the ball free. Will he be able to keep the ball himself? Oh, gets another lucky bounce here. Ed Gould, will he put it through? Ed Gould, that's sitting there in front of the goal mouth, but it's not going to go through. Now, next shot there by Juan Jamarillo. Now, Australia, they're around the hole. They're around it, but they just can't get the ball through now. Matthias Vial keeps it, creates the line, appealing for the Australians to move out of the way so he can get that ball now. It's been hit beautifully there by Juan Jamarillo. Up for Chile now. Kelvin Johnson, good neck shot there on the snow. Now taking it forward is going to be a big back shot required. Here's Vial, can't quite get to it. Now Ed Gould plays the ball. Chilean appealing for the foul. Doesn't get it. Umpire Kelvin Johnson hitting it through, but who's back there? Vial for Chile. Now Australia needs to be the next one there, but it's not. It's Ignacio Vial. They're just getting beaten to each of these plays. Now, back to this one is Gould. No, Matthias Vial. Matthias Vial looking for runners, just stalling for time there. In doing so, has left that ball free. Bailey concedes the play. Lets Juan Giamarillo now back that ball. Is it going to go out over the boards? No, he's going to stay in the field of play. It'll be Kelvin Johnson. Lovely neck shot there. Johnson straight onto the stick of John Ruki-Bailey. Now, can't get the ball. Appealing for the foul, saying he was impeded by the Chilean player. Now, it's Juan Giamarillo. Has to get past Johnson for Australia. Chile with 2 minutes, 26 seconds left on the clock, and they're 4 goals up on Australia. An uphill battle for the Australians from here. And this is where the Chileans just need to start shutting this down, while the Australians have a few goals to score now. 4 goals to zip in favour of Chile, with whistle going. At 1 minute, so 2 minutes. We've seen that 2 minutes is plenty of time in this game on this field.
The ball that was thrown in has probably got punctured and gone a bit soft.
Bailey asking whether he can change. Umpire saying no, they're throwing the ball in. John Bailey now looking, he's got numbers on his side. He's got 3 versus 2 because the Chilean player's off the field. Now Bailey, they've got an overlap and they still can't convert this. So now it's up to Kelvin Johnson. They don't need to be playing with the ball here. They need to be getting this right up into the striking zone for this. They need to score this now because they're running out of time. 1 minute 30 and they've got 4 goals to get. Can Australia do it? Oh, and he just can't convert that. Now Kelvin Johnson turning that ball in, can't get back to it. Now it's been cleared there by Juan Giamarillo. Now, big write-off there by Gould. Ball comes out for Ignacio Vial. Now hooked out by Kelvin Johnson, who then gets a bit on it, but gets an unlucky bounce, comes off the pony's leg. Now, who's there? Ed Gould gets told to leave it by Ruki Bailey. John Bailey now. And the whistle's gone. Whistle has gone. 2 players take the opportunity now to go and change their ponies, but there's 1 minute left on the clock, or 58 seconds. And it looks very, very unlikely that the Australians will be able to do much from here. What they need to be doing from here, they'll get this one, which will keep their margins small, but they need to be, if they are going to lose this one, try and lose it by as least as possible so that they can, it may assist them further on down the draw. So Chile doing a fantastic job in these 3 Chukka game on the snow. The 2 6-goalers, but in particular Matthias Vial having a fantastic game here this afternoon on the snow. And the Australians not having many answers for Matthias Vial's boys. And John Ruki-Bailey with a walk-up start, the 7-goaler, and nothing going right for the Aussies here today. So it's still 4 goals to 0 with 47 seconds left on the clock, and Vial to hit in. Matthias Vial now. Johnson, great little shot to Ruki-Bailey now. Ruki-Bailey gets a lucky kick. The pony just takes the ball forward there. He's got to get past Vial. Vial watches. Can he put this one through? Bailey hits the post, and it's still in the field of play. Now, Kelvin Johnson. We've got 30 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball kept in by Juan Giamarillo. Now, Ed Gould taking it around the front. Hits it, can't hit it cleanly, hits it again. Comes off the rump of the other pony. 2 seconds left. It's going to be game time. And at the end of the second game here this afternoon, it's all Chile, 4 goals to 0. The Australians remain scoreless. at their initial game of the tournament. And so Chile take the second game, 4-0. Goals to Matias Vial got 2 goals in the first Chukka, 1 goal in the second Chukka, and 1 goal in the third Chukka. So a great effort there by Matias Vial, and well supported by his other players. So we'll be back shortly with all the highlights after this. So at the end of the second game, we've got Hong Kong, China on 2 points and Chile on 2 points, with the Australians and Spain on 0. And one more game to go this afternoon. And coming up shortly after this, we'll have the player interviews. I'm not sure who they'll be talking to down there. And we will have the highlights of that game there between Australia and Chile. And then that will be followed shortly after that by the third and final game for today, England versus Mexico, later on here on Now Sports.